For example, I'm gonna keep repeating this every time you guys come to Parliament until you can give me a satisfactory answer. Setiap kali, jadi, JW Marriott Hotel, tolong catat sekarang aja. Mereka siap bayar listrik lebih tinggi asalkan dari pembangkit listrik energi terbarukan. Jelas ya, Pak? It's clear. They're willing to pay a higher price if it comes from renewable energy. Four Seasons Hotel di Jimbaran, di Ubud, 2 di Bali. They are prepared to pay a higher price for renewable energy. But you're in charge of Nusa Tenggara Barat, right? I'm sure you know of an island, sorry, not Nusa Barat, Nusa Tenggara Timur. You've heard of Nihiwatu, a world-class resort. They are willing to pay a higher price for renewable energy. It does, I'm sure you can prepare a system where any company, like for example, maybe Hotel Mulia, where we are right now, is willing to pay a much higher electricity price if the electricity is from photovoltaic or from wind or from biomass or anything. Is it possible for that, or will your answer be kita kaji dulu ya Pak? So can you give me an answer? Can you do that or not? Do you have plan to do that or not? Because if you can do that, that is key for renewable to play a much bigger role instead of being limited to berapa? 12.5% earlier. You're limiting renewable to 12.5%, nah? 23%. Apa tadi? You mentioned 12,5%. 12.5%.
Oh itu.
Renewable installed capacity, and yet, according to peraturan pemerintah, according to our energy plan, we need to have 23% comes from renewable. So you see how ridiculous the situation is. So, ladies and gentlemen, if any of you think that can we reach 23%? I think so. I don't think we can. I mean, you have so many regulations where it's limited. So, balik lagi Pak Magnison, I was wondering if I can have your answer about this. So, I mean, I'm glad PLN has plans to have microgrid, but in the larger grid, is it possible? Bisa nggak?
Oke Pak, kalau gini, kalau saya juga sebenarnya baru tahu kalau Nihiwatu mau seperti itu, boleh Pak, saya bisa minta kontak personnya, saya proses nggak ada masalah. Tapi kalau untuk JW Marriott Medan, ya mungkin saya harus diskusi sama yang punya Medan Pak. Tapi pada prinsipnya gini, sepanjang renewable energy itu tidak intermittent atau dia hybrid, mungkin bisa. Tapi kalau dia intermittent seperti angin apa solar, itu kan dia tidak akan bisa menjamin supply yang 24 jam kepada itu. Nah, jadi mungkin itu yang perlu kita diskusikan dengan mereka. Kalau di hybrid dengan solar, apakah itu memang solar dalam arti di sini HSD maksud saya, apakah itu memenuhi kriteria mereka? Ini yang saya kurang paham. Saya memang pernah dengar masalah Nihiwatu, tapi saya baru tahu dari Bapak kalau mereka mau bayar mahal untuk yang bersumber dari energi terbarukan. Oke Pak, kita jadikan pilot project, no problem. Kalau daerah saya siap. Siap Pak? Tapi Bapak kan mewakili PLN. Oke, nanti. Oke gini, enggak ada masalah Pak. Itu bisa aja jadi satu model atau pilot project Pak. Kalau itu berhasil kan yang lain juga akan ngikut Pak. Mungkin kalau Nihiwatu lebih mudah karena itu di pulau kecil Pak ya, di Pulau Sumba. Tapi kalau kita ngomong Sumatera, mungkin seberapa banyak customer yang ingin seperti itu, atau Bapak bilang tadi di Bali ya, itu kan kita harus seperti ini Pak. Bapak mungkin tahu Mandalika Pak, Mandalika di Lombok itu, ya itu atas arahan Bu Menteri dan Pak Dirutnya juga waktu itu kita ada beberapa kali ketemu, mereka mau bangun di situ 50 megawatt solar panel Pak. Nah, jadi itu nanti memang dalam visinya mereka maunya memang energinya itu energi terbarukan. Itu visi mereka seperti ke arah situ. Enggak apa-apa Pak, kita support dan Bu Menteri dalam ini pemerintah pun mensupport ke arah sana. Tapi bagaimana detailnya kan itu yang harus kita bicarakan, karena kalau solar panel itu dia tidak mungkin dia sendiri Pak, pasti harus temennya Pak. Nah memang yang lebih baik temannya itu mungkin biomass gitu kan, sama-sama renewable kan. Tapi kalau temannya nanti batu bara atau solar ya sama aja kan Pak, nanti paling dia hanya mengurangi aja dari apa polusinya itu Pak. Oke Pak, nanti kita follow up Pak, nggak ada masalah Pak. Tadi saya sudah diskusi Pak Rida juga masalah pricing, ya mungkin kita bisa B2B ya Pak Rida ya. Kalau sepanjang tidak melanggar peraturan menteri ya kita jalan bisa aja Pak, nggak ada masalah Pak. Sepanjang tidak melanggar peraturan menteri kita jalan Pak, no problem Pak.
Thank you Pak Mauson. And then SD as the young generation, after we have discussing now, what do you think you can young generation contribute to the renewable energy? How to ensure the energy mix is can achieve, like because Pak Arjo still not really
limiting themselves.
Okay, well,
Okay,
firstly, I'd like
okay.
to say that I definitely agree with the fact that renewable energy should not be an alternative, but rather a solution to the problem. We are moving towards a world in which, we have a problem. We have to deal with climate change, and there has been scientific evidence that this is real and this is happening. So how do we move forward, right? I'm responsible as a young person, being someone who will, inshallah, who will be able to see this in person, the effects of climate change. So it's really important for us to stress, and I think being a young person, I have the right to ensure that discussions are taking place and that we are moving towards a more sustainable future, right? So how do we move forward? But also, the one thing that I'd like to also stress is Indonesia as a country, we can develop, we can continue economic growth and continue achieving prosperity for the country. But without the world being as it is, without our planet, there is no such thing as growth. So it has to go hand in hand. What needs to happen is we have to move forward, but at the same time, we have to take care of our planet. We don't really have a choice, right? Because this is where we live, and we have every right to ensure of its sustainability. So as a young person, that's what I want to stress. I also agree that further discussions need to take place. We can no longer afford business as usual. We can no longer only relying on non-renewable resources to supply our energy demand. We can't afford that. So I also agree that we have to continue to work together. How do we join hands, basically, to solve this issue? How can the government and also, the policymakers, the young people, NGOs, people from the private public sectors, really just come together and come with an agreement that, look, we have a problem. We have to find out ways of solving this problem and to work together. We have to feel and we have to understand the urgency of climate change. And as Pa Aryo mentioned earlier as well, the effects of climate change are very severe. It's going to impact us. So we have to remember that, right? And so when we look into diversifying Indonesia's energy mix, it's no longer a choice, but rather something that we have to achieve and something that we have to move towards. So as founder of the Indonesian Energy and Environmental Institute, we hope to continue discussions to take place. We want to make sure that everyone from all sectors to really just, give their viewpoints and really to just work together in their respective fields, right? That's one of the aims of our organization, is to really just organize events in which allows people from different sectors to come together and discuss. And not only discuss, but also solve the problem and come up with solutions. And other than that, we also have, this, I think Parida mentioned earlier about socialization and about the understanding of people in regards to climate change and how it's not really um, spread accordingly. And I think we all have to be in the same agenda. I think that was something that you wanted to point out, which is true. We have to, again, instill this urgency, and we have to work together with the local community as well. Not everyone in rural areas of Indonesia, for example, understand that climate change is a problem, right? Whereas these areas are actually areas in which we can invest in renewable energy to supply electricity. We have a growing demand of electricity, but we're also a shortage in supply. So how do we meet this demand? So I think we have to instill, number one, the urgency. We also have to instill the knowledge of the problem. And we also have to collectively form solutions. And in order to form solutions, we have to work together. So there's no blame game. There's no blaming, oh, the policies aren't in place yet, or there's no blaming the young people for not voicing their opinions enough, or from the legislative side of things as well. We have to come to terms and learn to work together. And I think this will ensure Indonesia in the future and further maintain Indonesia's sustainability.
Okay. Thank you, ST. And okay.
Ini Pak Aryo, ternyata saya yang kurang update. Ternyata yang Bapak minta tadi sudah ada Pak, PT L'Oreal di Cikarang Pak. Itu dapat listriknya dari PLTA Ubruk, dia bayar lebih Pak. Ya, sudah ada. Ternyata sudah ada, saya yang tidak tahu. Di Jawa, di Cikarang Pak, PT L'Oreal, mungkin bisa dicek Pak. L'Oreal di Cikarang, ya dia ngambil dari PLTA Ubruk, itu bayarnya lebih. Itu kan ada PLTA di daerah mana Ubruk ya? Sukabumi ya, daerah Sukabumi. Lebih mahal. Tarifnya berapa Pak Tuari? Tarifnya tahu nggak? 300 di atas reguler. Jadi dia bayar lebih Rp300 di atas reguler. Jadi sebenarnya nggak ada masalah Pak, sudah contohnya. Bisa. Jadi nanti yang di Hibatu nanti segera kita coba lakukan Pak. Terima kasih Pak.
Okay, maybe Pak Aryo can directly to the PLN. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, finally we come to the end of part of the panel discussion. I would like thanks to all the panelists for the informative and interesting talk, and to the audience that active participation. Hopefully this discussion will be beneficial for everybody. Thank you for your attention, and see you on the next event.
Thank you so much.